Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Made of Things podcast. This is episode 63. I am your host, Antonio Maria Correia. Well, we've been away for a while. I'm still not really particularly good with my health. So I've been struggling for the past year with a herniated disc in actually two herniated discs, due to not one, I just found out, but two hernias in my lower back. So, it's a common thing, but I'm struggling with this, so I can't really put out as many episodes as I want. So there's no particular reason for this episode other than we have an excellent conversation with Alex Cameron and his partner Roy Molloy. I'm sure that everyone refers to him as Alex Cameron's partner, but what can I tell you about this? Well, whatever. He's very talented on his own. Actually, apart from the music, which is, if you haven't heard Alex Cameron, well, dude's a poet. Like, he's an excellent songwriter, and the lyrics are amazing. Seriously, I don't necessarily pay too much attention to the lyrics, you'd think, but I don't really. I tend to go for the overall feel of the song first and foremost. And Roy plays sax with Alex Cameron, and they're both extremely funny. And I was saying that Alex Cameron is an excellent lyricist. Really, like possibly one of the best of this generation. I think, for sure, one of the best. And he has a new album out, which isn't really new. It's like, 6 months old now at this point, which is called Forest Witness. And when I spoke to them at not Primavera, at Correia in Portugal, which is where I live. When I spoke to them, I wasn't, the album hadn't come out yet, but it had been announced. So, we mostly speak the previous record, Jumping the Shark, which is also excellent, and very much, I think, in the same, not in the same tone, but like you can tell it's the same artist. That's what I mean. So the sophomore effort is a logical continuation, I would say, not being the same at all, but it makes sense. That's what I mean. So guys, if you haven't heard of Alex Cameron, other than the music, then you should follow them, both Alex and Roy, on their Instagram accounts, because they're hilarious, and Twitter as well. But the Instagrams are ALKCM, I think, for Alex Cameron, and Marvelous Crane is Roy Molloy's Instagram. And the next time I speak to them, we'll address this, I'm sure, because Roy not only posts pictures of cranes everywhere he goes, and dude travels a lot because he's constantly touring with Alex, and so cranes, like, from works in buildings, and other sorts of stuff. So pictures of cranes around the world, and also cars, a lot of cars, and testing stools, because he needs places to sit, because he's a saxophone player, so he plays sitting on a stool, much like, well, there's not many people, and not to mention Robert Fripp again on this show of King Crimson fame, but and other fame such as David Bowie and stuff like that, but working with David Bowie and stuff, but Robert Fripp plays on a stool, and that's not too common unless you're a pianist, see how I pronounce that correctly, unless you're a pianist, you're not possibly too used to watching rock musicians and pop musicians sitting on stools, necessarily. So or any sorts of benches, so and chairs, but so that sort of stool, by the way, not me to be crass, but okay, so I'm totally improving this intro. What do I remember of the conversation? Okay, so guys were extremely nice, a bit quiet though, because sometimes, when people aren't necessarily in tune to what they're going to face when they get on the show, because they aren't necessarily informed, and I'm not making any excuses here. I'm just saying that people sometimes are quiet at the beginning or are generally quiet. I think these guys are generally quiet, but they're very smart and very accurate with what they're saying. So, for instance, you can tell that Alex has, both Alex and Roy, but particularly Alex is like, not only does he have this, they both have this wit about them. They're very witty, and but Alex in particular is like a poet. Like, and I mentioned this on air when he does it, because he speaks in kind of like some sort of poetic way, in this poetic manner. So he has this poetic affectation about him, I think. Even if it doesn't rhyme, it doesn't necessarily have to rhyme. It's just like the words coming out of him just like are very beautiful. So also another thing I should address is that at the time he said he was with at some point during this it's not an interview, it is, but it isn't. He addresses being in a relationship with someone. You can Google this now. I don't care. It is with a relatively famous person, and she's in the videos. So, but at the time, I wasn't necessarily aware of this. Maybe not. I don't remember anymore, guys. Maybe I was. But I'm not too gossipy. I don't care about these things. I care about art and having fun with people. So that's what we do on the show. So mostly fun. But when we can't have a serious conversation about art, we do. But this show isn't necessarily based on informative principles, because journalism is truth. And we don't necessarily care about the truth. Art isn't truth. Our truth, wrestling. This cross-referencing possibly got to like a target of 2 people, but yeah, sure. Okay, so without further ado, with some ado, some slight ado, because if you're listening to this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and the notification stuff, because they're all going to be fun. I promise you. I with 99% chance that people who we have on the show are going to have fun. I hope the listener and the viewer has fun. So please, if you're watching this on YouTube or listening to this on YouTube, and if you're not, and if you're on iTunes, subscribe anyway, guys. It's me and my sister, but me and Nono, whom you should follow, or who I don't know my grammar at this point. I'm trying to wing this really fast, so so follow her on Nono_Knox with 2 X's, NO_NOXX XX. Okay, so and follow a lot of people, and inclusively, I've plugged everyone but myself, or but the show. We are Made of Things on Instagram, Made of Things Pod on Twitter, but and we have a Facebook page. Please go there. And not only I started something actually, and this is me. This is not Nono. She hasn't started this yet, but I started something because the show is called Made of Things, and I just thought that we are so eclectic in our. We are so eclectic. Wow. We are so eclectic in our day-to-day lives that I decided to just post things, and because the show is called Made of Things, so it's basically we just will tweet out and post on Facebook like a thing, comma thing, not comma, I don't know, but thing like colon. Is it colon? The 2 little dots? I don't know anything today. I'm really uncultured today. I don't remember shit. But thing and then a thing, and it's going to be random because it's fun. So you can acknowledge the thing. It's good. So that'll possibly increase the post count and stuff like that. So, but yeah, there's beautiful pictures by Nono. There will be more coming. Like, she has a lot of stuff that she hasn't posted yet. We have a lot of episodes that we haven't posted yet. But even though, I have a bad back, and we have to struggle with that. But such is life, really. So I still like walk around with crutches and stuff like that every now and again. So yeah. But good news, I possibly don't have to have surgery. So we'll be fixing this through the healthy way of exercise, which will take longer, and it's going to hurt. But but no surgery for me, and at least as long as this keeps up. As it is. So anyway, enough about me. Follow us, please, and subscribe on YouTube. That's the most important thing. We don't get paid, guys. We do this because we love it, and until we get a lot of subscribers, and maybe we get something, maybe. So we're still like a fifth of what we need on YouTube because they change rules all the time. Maybe when we get to 1,000, which is what you need to, we have no problem with watch time. That's the other criteria. Our watch time is honestly high, but the subscribers are still like, we're still far off from the YouTube criteria, minimum criteria, and it's going to be I hope it isn't a while until we get there, but we could use your help. That's what I mean. So the quicker we get there, the more we can dedicate ourselves to this show, and hopefully get something, because it's really, really rough making a living, even though it seems glamorous, like it's, or whatever you want to call it. It's really rough to maintain this, because people, it's people think it's like, you should get paid lots of money to do this. Nothing at all. So at all, and it's very rough for everyone, not just myself. So I'm with you guys if you're trying to do something similar. So please subscribe to stuff, and please enjoy my conversation with Alex Cameron and Roy Molloy at Primavera. It's the same organization, guys. That's why I'm mixing stuff up with these guys, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and if you want to see the video, if you want to see the video version, then hop on YouTube. It's already there. It's been there for a long time now. So please enjoy Alex Cameron and Roy Molloy.
Would you guys like a beer or a glass of water?
I'm fine for now, thanks. Water?
I would take a beer though.
Beer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Come on right up.
Thank you.
There you go.
The national
Thank
beer
you
of
so much.
Portugal.
Yes, that's very true.
I love Superbock.
There's
no beer that's more refreshing.
That is true. Although
There's one beer that's more refreshing. It's an Australian beer. It's called Rashers.
Rashers? Oh, I haven't tried that one yet. Actually,
Rashers refresh. It's very easy to remember.
Rashers.
Rashers refreshers.
Rashers.
Rashers. It's the equivalent to us trying to pronounce Portuguese words. It's just not. It'll take.
Well, I'm not going to try to pronounce anything in Australia, otherwise that would be offensive, I think.
No, I constantly offend Portuguese people. Just trying to say basic words like obrigado.
Obrigado. No, that's perfectly fine.
Obrigado.
But basically, we're on, by the way. We've started already. What's the name of that Australian beer you were recommending?
Rashers.
Rashers. Oh, how's it spelled?
Rashers.
Okay. Oh, Rashers. Okay.
I'm gonna say it's spelled differently.
Okay.
Reschers.
Oh, okay.
Rashers.
Okay, not rashers, like.
No, not the rash. Rashers.
Rashers for your skin to avoid rashing. I'm sorry. This is terribly dumb wordplay. I'm sorry.
No, go on. Have fun, man. Do what you gotta do.
Like it's the same as if someone was like, a Superbock gives you strength to.
It feels like it gives you strength. It's a very, very refreshing beer.
Very, very refreshing beer. Cool, awesome. I've actually, as far as Superbock goes and Sagers, because they're the main lagers, I would say, over here. Like I've kind of actually don't really sit well, agree well. Yeah, with me. Yeah.
I've got something just for you.
Really? Oh, what is this?
Cilia. which is named after the hair on the inside of your stomach
Oh, because
that I am been deprived of
oh really?
because I am a celiac. I have celiac disease.
So no gluten for you then.
So this is a Czech lager. It's premium. It's handcrafted and it's gluten free. It's organic.
Fantastic.
These are the beers I'll be enjoying today and hopefully for the rest of the tour.
Hopefully, Celia sponsor Alex Cameron for the rest of
We're talking about the rest of our lives.
exactly. So you guys
360 deal.
exactly. I won't shy away from any sponsorships unless they're. Guys, we have no sponsorships. There's zero sponsorship, so
There's no problems, man. That's easy.
exactly. So total freedom, absolutely. Guys, you probably get this all the time now, but you have a new album coming up, and what can we expect? Like, I tried not to ask the same questions everyone asks, but this is unavoidable, I would say.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, the new record is called Forced to Witness, and it is it's kind of a collection of stories that I wrote over the period of about 3 years, and they're based on personal experience with people that I've met. It's almost like a dossier, like an investigation dossier with information on individuals of interest. Musically, it's lush. There's elements of country and highway disco.
highway disco.
Yeah, like trucker disco.
Okay.
It's really, to me, it feels really quite fulfilling to perform live, and the recording process was very involved as well. So it feels lush and powerful and driven, in a good way.
Would you say like with Jumping the Shark, then it was like maybe 4 a.m. lounge disco?
Yeah, I think Jumping the Shark was like you just can't get the frequency right on the radio, so there's always a bit of static in there. But you think you can hear a good song, but it's in the distance. This new one is a little more hi-fi. It's a little more like, nailed it with the frequency, 101.7. Nothing but the best hits.
Okay.
Good times, great classic hits.
Fantastic.
You're right about Jumping the Shark. It does work in a lot of environments.
It does. That's very true. And but in terms of music, so you guys write together. With lyrically, it's you, and musically, you both do it.
Incorrect. Musically, it's Alex's Barbecue. He's the primary writing force there.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The exciting thing about the new record is that Roy plays a lot of saxophone on it, so it's the full combo now. You got the full duo on record. Yeah, it's a good deal.
That hasn't happened too often. Rock and roll having saxophonists. Do you remember any others?
A saxophone records that I really like. I like the way Iggy Pop and the Stooges use saxophone.
Oh yeah, okay.
I like the way they use brass anyhow. Great sax records with a rip and sax solo. Warren Zevon.
Warren Zevon, excellent.
Yeah, Excitable Boy has a ripper of a sax solo in that one. You got one?
Bruce Springsteen, what was that record with Jungle Land on it?
Actually, I remember watching a video of you guys buying records not too long ago on YouTube.
Yeah.
And there was a saxophone band from Sweden, I think, from back in the 70s, right? Or am I mistaken?
Oh yeah, there was a brass band or a horn band. Yeah, all kinds of horns. Remember that?
Yeah, it was a horn five-piece.
Were they very horny then? I apologize.
I'm horny
all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. With this heat, who cannot be?
I'm super horny right now. I can't avoid it.
Okay.
I'm not a pest or anything, but I walk around horny.
People should know that.
Well, yeah, I'm in love with a woman at the moment, and I lust for her, a lot when I'm in her presence, and when I'm away from her, it's hard for me sometimes.
I can imagine. So do you need a disclaimer walking around?
I've got one, baby.
Oh.
I can see it from a mile away.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Fantastic.
It's a look in my eye.
Oh, is it?
It's a shine. It's a glimmer. It's a sweat coming down my brow. It's the wet lips I walk around with.
Alex is the real deal. Listen, guys, this is poetry in real time, right? There you go. Right. So does this happen all the time? I'm sorry to speak of you in the third person, but does this happen all the time with Alex? Like, does he go on to poetic tangents.
Oh, he's turning it on for the interview.
Oh, okay.
Day to day, he's actually quite a quiet young man. But
we're affecting the lighting. Something that we're doing. Maybe I think it's the intensity.
there's something in the air. You're absolutely right.
There's mostly nothing in the air. but yeah. Guys, my favorite track off the other album was She's Mine, and awesome track. Was it really water though?
Oh, I see. You're inquiring about if it was water. Well, I think that would be up to the person drinking it. Yeah, and certainly the song is about wanting someone to believe that it's water. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So does it make it so that it isn't then? I mean that it is.
If you want to know if it's water, you got to taste it.
Okay. Does that mean that if you sometimes if you don't stick your hands in the fire, does that mean it doesn't burn? I apologize. I think it's a double negative. What I mean is that I'm very tired because it's the last day of the festival. But okay. So do you need to stick your hands into the fire to know it burns? That's what I mean.
You figure that out as a young person, as a child. I've got my hand, all the skin removed from my hand as a child with an egg boiler.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I know that hot things are hot, but sometimes clear liquid can be other things. It doesn't have to be water. Mm-hmm. Could be methylated spirits.
Could be ouzo.
Mm-hmm. Could be something that's potato based and possibly alcoholic and fermented.
I see.
As well, absolutely.
Right. Vodka.
Yeah.
Vodka. Have you had any particular types of it? It's a very alcohol-driven interview. But do you have or whatever this is? Have you tried excellent vodka somewhere else?
Yeah, I like Polish vodka very much. Yeah, there was this bar I used to go to in Berlin, and there's a nice lady there, and she would have all kinds of different flavored vodkas that she made herself in a bathtub. And she had a really nice, I guess it was a walnut. It was a nut flavored vodka, which was really sweet and really good. I like Polish vodka because they know how to do it. They know that you should be eating when you drink it, so the flavors have to sort of be that kind of have that aromatic nature to them.
It is an experience, isn't it? Like having Polish or Russian food with vodka all of a sudden, and suddenly it's really good.
Yeah, the herring.
The herring, yeah.
Beautiful.
And steak tartare as well.
Oh yeah, steak tartare with the raw egg on top of it. Mix it around. Eat some fries. Put some of the sauce on there. That's delicious.
And flavored vodka as well. Like there's plenty.
Well, that's a delicious treat.
It is. It's very different from Portuguese food actually. But guys, going back to music again. Okay, so one of the tracks on the new record is Stud Muffin 96. Is this a screen handle for the internet? Because it definitely sounds like one.
It's about an interact. It's about that song is sort of a lot of the songs when they're love songs or the songs of yearning on the album, they do tend to be steeped in with internet lingo, or filled with internet lingo, but that's more because we live in that age.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like saying I'm going to call you up on the telephone in a love song, except now we're talking about the internet. So I think they're love songs. They're songs of longing, but they're a little more contemporary, I suppose. Not so romantic in the sense that they're a little bit. They speak about technology in that sense.
So Stud Muffin 96 is it? So there's no need to stay away from this person then.
No,
because sometimes you would, no.
Yeah, no. Stud Muffin,
like a Playboy X Bunny 69 or something.
Okay, yeah, exactly right. But Stud Muffin 96 is a really nice person, actually.
Oh, fantastic, guys. Don't suspect like even weird, like not weird. I'm sorry, I apologize. But Stud Muffin 96, like that's a name you shouldn't stay away from. There you go.
But stay away in that song. You should stay away from the person who is singing the song.
Okay.
But not Stud Muffin 96 is a nice person.
Okay, I haven't heard it yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, innocent person.
Okay, fantastic. Guys, this is for a show called Made of Things, and it's based on the idea that you dedicate yourselves to art, and in your case, music and poetry, and because something happened to you, or you read something, or watched something, or listened to something that made you go, I really want to do that for as long as possible. Did did you have that, and what was it? Because some people do, some people don't.
Yeah, I suppose my mother was very encouraging of me to be recording things and writing things down. I guess I'd probably say that she was, as a child, was very influential on me.
Was it like with the Frank Zappa's kids? Was it like, oh, you're angry, so don't complain, go write, go draw or something?
Yeah, I guess it was a little bit like that. And stop playing with yourself. Go on.
Whoa. Oh, festival's gone. that guy's still gone.
You said gone, and just the word gone just.
We're back.
Yeah.
I'll do something fun with editing with this.
Yeah. I mean, that's the power of who runs the world? Mums.
Mm.
Do you ever want to say anything?
About my mother, yeah. I love her very much, and she's been very supportive.
Okay, and did you have? Did your mother was your mother the click factor for you dedicating yourself to music?
Dedicating myself to music. Well, I mean, yeah. Back in the day, it was her who pushed me to play the saxophone. I remember she'd get the family friends around, and I'd stand there in the dining room. And I'd play the saxophone, and she'd cry every time. And now that I'm in my late 20s, I've come to understand that tendency to cry.
Wow. So wow. So it's crying along with the instrument. So
It was the emotion, She was capable of feeling emotion, and she encouraged me to play saxophone a lot. I'm very glad that she did that, because I was only 8 years old, and if I had my say in it, I probably wouldn't have done it at the time.
Okay. So did you have any other instruments you were looking into?
No, I probably would have just gone and played with my friends rather than playing sax.
Okay. What about you, Alex? What's your main instrument of choice?
I'm like a level of awful at everything. So, but I like playing. Right now, I like playing guitar a lot, even though I'm not the most gifted of guitarists. I'm not the most practiced, but I do enjoy playing it a lot.
Whatever you can take out of the instrument, dude.
That's right.
Where did you play in Portugal before?
In Lisbon, and then we played in Porto before.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you remember of that?
Oh, it's beautiful. I really enjoy the country. Right now, it's a hub of excitement because people from all over the world are flocking here to enjoy the cultures. It seems like maybe potentially it seems quite fresh to us, especially coming from Australia. So it's been really sweet. We have a day off tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to hanging out, and getting wet.
As long as you have Celia, you'll stay fresh then.
Oh yeah, Celia is important.
Yeah, there you go. Then we're done, basically. Guys.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. It was a pleasure. You got it. Thank you so much, dude. And obvious talent, and love both of love not both of the albums, the first one. The new one, obviously, I don't know. Yeah, only heard the singles, right? Thank you so much.